Good morning, my friend. We are back. The weekend is over. Let's kick this week off with today's episode of The Drive.
The Drive.
Hey, what is happening, my friend? Dean here, of course. We are on the way to Internet Profits headquarters. It is 7:51 in the morning right now. And the sun is shining. Apparently, we are due for about a week of awesome weather here in England. Something we have to look forward to, you know. We got to take it and be excited with it when we get it. So, hope you had a good weekend anyway, but nonetheless, it is over. Now, I want to answer a simple question today, and that is this. Is it possible to get rich with no work or little work? Is it possible to get rich with little to no work? It's a kind of good question because, you know, when I first started out and I first discovered, we're going back to 2004, that kind of era, 14 plus years ago now. When we go back there, when I first found that people were making money on the internet, and it was something so bizarre to me, so like, what? You can make money online? And I began being fascinated by it, obsessive with it really, like trawling all the forums, all the blogs, consuming every bit of content I could, you know, reading articles, you know, trawling social media sites. There were different sites back then as well, like Squidoo, Lenses. A lot of people may not even know about those or remember those from that long ago. And I would learn all I could, and then before long I obviously found people's products and courses, and I remember thinking like, well, hang on a minute, you can just pay $100 and learn how this rich person is making all this money. And a lot of the sales pages would promise in not so many terms, riches untold for very little or no work. And I remember thinking like, wow, like this looks so easy. They're saying it's so simple, and look at all the results they're getting. Look at all the money they're making. I remember thinking, wow, they make more than I make in 10 years of work in 7 days. And they're telling me it's not very difficult. They're telling me it doesn't require a lot of work, that I can just follow a couple of steps and I'll be making rich money like they are. And I remember, wow. And so I started buying the courses, and I'd follow them through to the T, and it just didn't happen for me. Not only did I not get rich, I didn't even make a single sale. And so I'd buy another course that seemed a little bit different, but maybe it would happen this time. And I'd buy another course, and I think maybe this is the time. This could be the one. This could be the one. And I'd do it again, and again, and again. And the more courses I bought, the more frustrated I became. The more frustrated I became, the more frantic I started buying. And the more frantic I started buying, the more overwhelmed I was, the more confused I was, the more money I'd lost, the more debt I'd eventually start getting into. And over the course of about 4 years, I'd maxed out four credit cards. I had a fifth that had a little bit of spending power on it still. I had 2 bank loans. One bank loan I got out to clear the credit cards. The intention was that I would tear the credit cards up, and then that would be it. I would stop getting into debt. But stupidly, I didn't tear up the credit cards, so then I used them again. And then I got another loan. And so in the end, I was in my mid-20s, about 24 years old, in over $60,000 of debt, 5 credit cards, 2 bank loans, and living a complete hell. But the good thing is that you could follow a product, buy a course for 50 bucks, and get rich quick with little to no work. And here's the truth, right? It is hard work to change your life. It requires dedication, it requires commitment, it requires sacrifice, it requires time, it requires money, it requires effort, and you've got to really want it. Because if you don't really want it, you won't do what it takes. And the reason I share this message with you is because until you accept that reality, you will never get rich. You will never get what you want. And when I say rich, by the way, rich means different things. Success means different things to different people. Rich could mean simply making an extra few $100s a month to you. right? And just having that extra comfort. Rich could mean making millions of dollars. I don't know what rich means to you. I don't know what success means to you. But if you want it, you've got to truly want it, and you've got to understand the reality. Now, here's the great news. Here's the great news. If you are doing what you love, which to start with maybe you won't be, because it's going to require a lot of sacrifice. You know, if you're working a full-time job and you are trying to build a business as well, it takes a lot of sacrifice, right? And so you're going to have to spend time sometimes where you'd rather be doing something else, okay? So it's harder earlier on, it's harder. But it gets easier. It gets easier when you start getting the results. It gets easier when you start seeing the sacrifices paying off. And it gets easier when things start becoming more enjoyable, because you end up in a situation where I am so grateful to be right now, where you can actually run a business, have everything that you want, and yet still never work a day in your life. Now, what do I mean by that? Because I just said, you know, it's 7:57 in the morning right now, and yet here I am at Internet Profits HQ, ready to start my day and build my business and keep doing everything that we do and growing and scaling and working on some amazing things. And I work hard and I work smart and I put in the hours. But yeah, I don't work a day in my life anymore. Like, why? Because I freaking love what I do. And so it gets easier. And that's the good news. That's the tipping point you're looking for. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to sacrifice, and at times you're going to have to do things that where you'd rather be doing other stuff. But the payoff is absolutely worth it. And so, can you get rich with little to no work? You can. Once you've done all the work, once you've put in the effort, the time, the energy, the money, the time, the effort, the sacrifice, the dedication, the commitment. And then you can end up in a situation where you never have to work a day in your life, because you'll be doing what you love. And that's truly worth it. So, with that said, I hope this message was worthwhile. If it is, of course, then hit that subscribe button if you're with us on YouTube. Like and share if you're with us on Facebook. And with that said, have a great day. Let's kick this week off with a bang, so you can do what you love and never work a single day whilst getting rich doing it. So take care, my friend. Thank you for watching. Dean Holland, signing out. Talk soon.